Hello, fellow diamond painters. It's DP Crazy Lady. It is 5:17 p.m. It is the 14th of July, 2024. It's Sunday. I have this covered a second, and then I will show you what it is. I went ahead and went up to my mom and stepdad's. We got there at about 1:45. I was going to take up some of the yard ornament decoration things. They just won't fit in my car. So my mom's going to have to come down eventually. I told her, I'd hate for Homer to come down, my stepdad, and bring the pickup truck just for those few things. She said she can get him in her car because her one front seat folds down and then her back seat flips down, and they should slide right in, but they're too wide for mine. They're like metal archways type, that you can let vines grow on and everything, but they're big. And I could put them in there if my daughter wasn't coming up with me. I only have a 2-seater and no trunk. So anyhow, I went up there. I took the diamond painting up there, the veterans, and I'm setting you up that we took a picture. We took a photo, and you have to understand, my stepdad is 102 years old. They live on about 2¼ 2½ acre. Their house sits up on a hill, and then all that's behind them is just woods. And sometimes they get bears showing up or deer and things like that. But he has a couple outbuildings back there. And naturally, I show up, and where is he? Out in the outbuildings, creating, inventing, fixing the lawn tractors, the big ones that he uses to mow the grass and suck up leaves and cut down trees and different things like that. 102 years old, still doing all this stuff. The one thing I learned about my stepdad was when you grew up the way he did, you either made do with what you had or you make what you need. And that's what he learned, that's what he does, and he's still doing it. He always says, if I'm not moving, I'm dying. So he's constantly doing it. So this photo that we took was outside, down by one of the outbuildings, and you'll see some of his things hanging off the wall or the outside of the outbuilding. But you know what? He enjoys himself being out there. He always wears work gloves, hot, cold, whatever. Because he had that truck accident with the rim hitting him in the shoulder, almost cutting his, I believe it was his right arm. It hit him in the shoulder while he was with his 18-wheeler. And he laid in the snow for I don't know how long until they found him. And he got frostbite on his hands, on his fingers. And his hands are always cold. But he didn't lose any of them. He was lucky. So here it is, and he is very, very happy. There's my stepdaddy, 102 years old. I don't get it. I don't have that much energy, and I'm not as old as he is. But there he be, happy as a clam. He loved it. He couldn't believe it. It was amazing. We made him take his hat off. Couldn't see his eyes with his hat on, and he had it on, and working out there in that metal shed back there. It's what he does. It's his thing. He cannot not work. So I'm proud of him. He deserves even more than that for all that he's done. So Well, I'm going to pause you, and then I'm going to show you the progress on the Wolf. And Jolly Roger, she asked, how do I keep the drills from popping off when I pull the metal, the round metal ruler? I'm going to show her and show you all do the same thing, and watch, it probably won't work this time. Of course not. So I'll put you on pause, I'll get you in the holder, and I'll talk to you about it. Hang in there, be right back. Okay, I think we're here and I didn't lose you, I hope. Okay, without the light, here's what it's looking like. I'm using the longer one because then I can do a whole section rather than just use the little square or the smaller one, because the smaller one only covers so far. So I'm using the longer one. Okay, the way I figured out that it would work is, like I had said, I had purchased this. Now, I guess you could use one of those other rollers, that you roll to keep your drill, push your drills down. But this was easier to handle. I can put it in one of my kits, and carry it around. So what I do first is I roll it, and you can hear it crunch. If you hear it crunching. Okay, it did a crunch. So it's pushed the drills down in. Now, it's a trial and error. I'm going to work it the best I can. I roll it as I pull it up, because you can bend these, and I roll it and keep bending it, and then you just pull as you're my painting isn't staying down like it should because I don't have it completely taped. I just have it taped on the corner I'm working on. If I had it more stationary, it wouldn't flop as much as it does. So you just keep rolling it. I hope you can see it. And you can still hear it crunch on occasion. And I got a little piece of drill there, okay. And you keep pulling it. You just lift it up and you keep rolling. You put the pressure down on the drills. Until you get to the edge. And just roll it out. Keep it going, and there you go. Now, it's a little extra work, and then I just roll it again to make sure they're down nice and flat. And there you go. There, that's, I hope it was all visible. So that's the way I do it. Now sometimes you'll get a little piece of a drill, that'll, there you go. Just, it may, if there's a little extra edge as it goes through these holes. That's the way I do it. That's the way I do it with the squares. That's the way I do it with the round. Now with the light, let's see, the way I line them back up, because you want to make sure you line it so they're completely straight and down, and you can see that these are straight. Got a little piece right there. There we go. I bring it to the edge, and this edge right here, this with the little line, won't, you want that over the edge. And sometimes this first line may not match completely, so you just shift it over a little. But let's see, that doesn't match there because it lays over, there's a line. So you go over just a little bit, and then right here on the edges, you know, it has the little extra tips. So they lay up against, and you push down to match up, and you lay them down. And you're all ready to start your next section. Now, like I said, when I first got these, or when I used to see everybody had them. They were like, oh, you know, these are great stuff. And then after a while, they disappeared. I didn't see too many other people going, oh, these are a pain in the butt. Oh, these are, yeah, they are. It's a trial and error. That's all I remember thinking. And I kept thinking, okay, do I want to get a set or not? And I kept reading on it, and people were going, oh, these are no good. They don't work. They don't match up. They don't line up. They don't wear. They may not match up with maybe, say, your fancier, your more expensive diamond paintings. I have not tried them on a big one. Well, no, I did try the square ones on the Spangler, and it's a square, and they match. You have to line them just right, you know, and I just use it basically to start like a row, you know, to get the row started and a few of the squares in, so that when I go to put down more squares, the ones that are already laid down, the foundation is straight. So then you just, you know, it's just like laying down a row of bricks, and you lay them down just right, then the rest will fall into place and line up. And that's how the square one works. But this, you know, I mean, you can see the drills are straight. Straight lines, straight across here, no more, you know, shove it over here and straighten it up here. And you don't have the wiggity woogity that I see on some diamond paintings. So, I mean, these are totally up to what you want to use. Some people say they're too much like work. Well, it's too much like work for me to keep putting the drills down, and after finishing a row, I got to go back down and straighten them and straighten them and straighten them. Then I put the next row on, and I'm still down here straightening and straightening because they don't look straight. Sometimes when you put the drills down, depending on, you know, this is a budget one, so I'm sure that some of the drills are might have an extra little lip, or, you know, be a little different size, and you will hear them crunch as they go in. Well, that means it's just shaving off its little edge, and when you peel these up, you might see a few little pieces here and there in between. You just pick them out. Just pick them out, you're done, finished. I love using it. I think I'm going to continue to use it through the whole thing. I mean, I don't have OCD, and I'm not ADHD, all this other stuff, but it's nice that they're straight. It's nice to see them uniform. They're right on the line. They're right where they should be, and I don't see any gapping and, you know, all this stuff all over the place. See, I mean, there they are. And so, oh, there goes my tweezers. Oh well, I'll get them. So I had gotten these, excuse me, through GBFKE. I'm sure you can purchase them through Temu. You can purchase them on Amazon. I don't know what the difference is in prices. These were only like, I think, $1.19 or something like that. I got them in a group of, I have, I think, 2 of these, and the other long one I have is the for the squares. I want to get a smaller one for the squares. I wasn't sure. The holes are all the same, and what the measurement was its length. You know, how long you wanted it or something. So I was a bit confused, but that's all right. I really like it, so I thought I would come on here and show you all. And Jolly Roger, I hope I explained that well enough. They're all stuck down. I didn't have an issue with, I got some glue though on this one, a little bit of my my glue dot, because it was peeling out. And yeah, I'm using this new purple type pen. It matches a lot of the colors in this painting. And of course I'm using one of my smaller Bella Argenticola trays, just the small one, because it's smaller sections. I don't need my great big trays. So that's what I'm doing. So if you have any other questions on these or something that I might be able to help with, I'll help. I know I was asked about, do I put tape on it and cover stuff? Most of the time, if I'm going to hang it, if I'm going to frame them, I will try to leave the trim on, because I'm not sure, the size of the frame, or if I can get a mat or whatever, and I'll wait until then. Most times when I go to hang it, I got to get my tweezers. Okay. Piece of lint. A piece of lint. Shoot. There you go. I have to. I use baby wipes on this after, so it takes all this stuff off, so I'm not worried about it. But anyhow, if I'm going to hang them like I did my stepdad's, and I made the mistake. I wasn't thinking at the time. I should not have cut the bottom half off, because I would have used a double magnetic hanger, one on the top, one on the bottom. Duh me, I'm so used to doing mine my way to hang on my door that, if I buy a set of 2, then I have 4, because I'll just use the top hanger, and then I glue my own twine or whatever on the one part of the rod, or one part of the magnetic strip, and then when you set the other one on top, it just holds the string on. There's no big deal. And I was cutting along and just zip, 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 and as soon as I did it, I went, oh no. But my mom doesn't mind. She said it's fine. They're gonna hang it. She's gonna hang it in their family room, I guess, where where they've got all his other Army mementos and stuff, his medals I got him, and other things. So it was a good visit. We sat up there, and it's funny because my mom watches some of the tarot channels and stuff. She likes tarot. I remember when I was a kid, she used to like it, and stuff. My daughter has like 6 or 8 sets of tarot cards. So I took them up there with us so that she could see them, and we did a couple little readings, entertainment. It's nothing, it's all interpretation, it's all entertainment, whatever. So I took them up there and showed her some and everything, and she really liked them. She, 90 years old, hey, you believe what you believe, or you don't believe what you don't believe, and she just says it's just fun. So, it is what it is. But we had a good little visit. My stepdad finally came away from the shed and sat by the garage when we were getting ready to leave, and he thanked me again, and he couldn't believe how nice it was, and everything. So, yep, we had a good little visit. It was nice. It was hot up there. My mom does not have air conditioning. My stepdad can't tolerate real cold temperatures because of the frostbite and stuff. My mother doesn't like it when it's really, really hot. So you've got 2 people there. One goes to one room with all the fans, and the other one sits, with all the heat. So, they figure it out. They've been there long enough and been together long enough. Hey, you tolerate. So, well, I'm going to go. I'm going to get back to this. We already ate our supper. I just had some chicken strips, a couple chicken strips, and I defrosted some shrimp, and we had cold shrimp with sauce and a couple chicken strips. That was it. I wasn't really that hungry, so that's what we ate for supper today. I have no idea. Supper's going to probably be late tomorrow because my daughter's dentist appointment is at 3 o'clock. We won't get home till close till 4. We usually eat at 5, so what I'd have to do is make something in the crock pot. Because I use my pressure cooker for one thing. With a crock pot, I can make something in there, and we can eat that, the next day. I'll make it tonight or something. So, all right, I'm off. I got to get off here and get back to this, and enjoy your Sunday evening. Stay cool if it's too hot, and stay warm if it's too cold. So, hugs. Love you all. I see I got another subscriber. They keep popping on and popping off. So, I appreciate every last one of you. Honestly. So, hugs to you all. Love you. DP Crazy Lady. I gotta get my thingy. I'm out. Bye-bye.